So given that the op amp is ideal, the output voltage V0 is, so here the non-inverting terminal is connected with the resistance, and the non-inverting terminal is connected with the 2 volt supply. Since this is a 2 volt supply, 2 volt, inverting terminal is also having 2 volt. Since this is having 2 volt, as per the ideal op amp characteristics, both the terminals must have same potential. So here 2 volt, here also 2 volt. So therefore there will be a current flow from this voltage to the ground. That current will take as I. So that the inverting terminal minus, there will be a current flow. That current flow is I is equal to voltage divided by resistor. Now this same current is also flowing through the flowing through this 2R ohm. So this same current is also flowing through 2R ohms. So hence voltage drop across that 2R resistor is resistor into current. So current value is 2 by R into 2R. So therefore 4 volt. So 4 volt is the voltage drop across the resistor. So therefore output voltage is equal to this 2 volt plus this 4 volt, the drop in the resistor, is equal to output voltage. So therefore output voltage is equal to 2 volt plus 4 volt is equal to 6 volt. So the answer is 6 volt is the answer. So next question, the op amp circuit shown in figure, what will be the output voltage V0? So here the both the inverting and non-inverting terminals are supplied with 1 volt. So this circuit can be redrawn like this. So let us take this non-inverting terminal voltage is V2 and the inverting terminal voltage is V1. Right. So here in the non-inverting terminal we will draw the circuit like this. So 1 volt is supply voltage and 1 kilo ohm, and here V2 is the potential drop at non-inverting terminal and 1 kilo ohm. Now V2, as per using voltage division rule, the voltage V2 is equal to total voltage into drop across this 1 kilo ohm divided by total resistance 1k plus 1k, that is equal to V2 is equal to 0.5 volt. Since V2 is 0.5 volt, using ideal op amp, this V1 also having 0.5 volt. So this is 0.5 volt. V1 is 0.5 volt. Again, so at a terminal, at the inverting terminal, it is supplied with 1 volt. So 1 volt, and this resistance is 1k. So therefore current I1 is 1 volt minus V1, that is 0.5 volt divided by 1k, that is equal to 0.5 milliamps. So this I1 is 0.5 milliamps. This current is also flowing through this 2k resistance. So therefore this I1 is equal to the potential difference is V1 minus V0 divided by resistor. As we calculated, this I1 is 0.5 milliamps. This 2k is getting multiplied. V1 previously we calculated as 0.5. So from this we got the answer as V0 is equal to minus 0.5 volt. So minus 0.5 volt is the answer. Assuming that the op amp is ideal, the voltage gain of the amplifier shown below. So 4 answers, select the best correct one. So here this plus terminal, that is non-inverting terminal is grounded. So therefore this inverting terminal also grounded, that is 0 volt. So let it be node A. So at node A there will be a current incoming current and also a outgoing current, since there is no current flow into the ideal app. So the incoming current is equal to outgoing current. So this incoming current we can write Vi minus 0 divided by resistor, that is potential difference divided by resistor. Again this outgoing current is a potential difference, that is 0 minus V0 divided by resistor. 0 minus V0 divided by resistor. So from this the voltage gain, output voltage divided by input voltage, that is equal to minus R2 over R1. So minus R2 over R1. This is the answer. Next question. In the op-amp circuit shown, assume that the diode current follows the equation I is equal to Is e power V divided by Vt. For the input voltage as 2 volt, the output voltage is V01. For the input voltage 4 volt, the output voltage is V02. What will be the relationship between this V01 and V02? So this circuit diagram is once again drawn here. This non-inverting terminal is grounded, so therefore this inverting terminal voltage also 0 volt, that is grounded, virtually grounded. Now the current flow through this resistor is I is equal to Vi minus 0 over R, that is equal to Vi by R. So this current is also flows through this diode, but a given problem the diode current is Is e power something. So both the currents are same. That means this current and the diode current both are same. So this current we calculated as Vi by R, that is nothing but the diode current. Diode current is Is e power V divided by Vt. So just simplify this, e power V by Vt, this Is brought to the left side. Now in this term take a natural log on both sides. So ln e power, here right side also ln of this voltage. So again this V over Vt is brought in front side, that is ln E here. So ln V value is 1, as we know ln V value is 1. So therefore this V divided by Vt is equal to ln of so therefore last voltage across the diode is equal to Vt ln of Vi over Is R. So this V is nothing but voltage across this diode. So in this area alone we redrawn like this. This area alone we redrawn like this. That is, we have 0 volt diode and V0. 0 volt diode voltage is V0. So output voltage is nothing but this diode voltage, since it is 0 volt. So diode voltage is V, but the output voltage is taken as negative terminal, so minus V. So therefore output voltage is equal to minus V, we calculated as this. So therefore now here in the given problem, when the input voltage is 2 volt, output is V01. So here input voltage is 2 volt, the output is named as V01. Again input voltage is 4 volt, this input voltage is 4 volt, the output is named as V02. So when we subtract this V01 and V02, first this voltage minus of this voltage. So in both the voltages Vt is common, so we can take Vt as common. So this is like a log m minus log n. So that is log m by n. This divided by this. So when we simplify this, we have ln2. So therefore the answer is V01 minus V02 is equal to Vt ln2. The answer is V01 minus V02 is equal to Vt ln2. So this is the answer. So next question. In the circuit shown below, the op-amp is ideal. The transistor voltage, that is the base emitter voltage, is 0.06. So in the circuit shown below, what is the output voltage? The transistor is a silicon transistor and the op-amp is an ideal op-amp. So again this circuit diagram, once again we draw here. Since this plus terminal is grounded, this inverting terminal also having the voltage of 0 volt. So since this is 0 volt and this terminal also 0 volt. In the circuit shown below, what is the output voltage V0? The transistor is a silicon transistor. The op-amp is an ideal op-amp. Now here, from the analysis, we can the plus terminal, that is non-inverting terminal, is grounded. So therefore this inverting terminal is also grounded, that is 0 volt. So this 0 volt is directly connected to the collector of the transistor. So therefore this VC collector terminal having the voltage of 0 volt. Also it is given in the diagram, this base terminal of the transistor is also 0 volt. Now again from the knowledge of transistor, this base emitter we can model as one diode. This base terminal is connected with the anode, that is positive, and the emitter terminal is connected with the cathode, that is minus. So for the ideal, for the transistor, we know the silicon transistor, we know the base emitter voltage is 0.7 volt. So therefore this output voltage is nothing but difference between this V1 and the base emitter voltage. So V1 voltage is we mentioned as 0 volt. This base emitter voltage is 0.7. So therefore output voltage is minus 0.7 volt. So minus 0.7 volt. This is the answer. In the circuit shown below, the op-amp is ideal. The transistor has base emitter voltage is 0.6 volt and the current gain value is 150. Beta value is 150. Decide whether the feedback is a positive feedback or negative feedback. Also determine the voltage at the output terminal of the op-amp. So this is a circuit diagram given. So this circuit diagram once again we drawn here, right? So here, so this terminal, that is inverting terminal, having the voltage of 5 volt. As per the ideal op-amp, this non-inverting terminal is also having 5 volt. So this 5 volt is directly coming to here. This is also 5 volt. So at this junction we have 5 volt. So therefore the current flowing through this path, that is the collector current, that can be calculated as this 10 minus 5 over this resistance. So 10 minus 5 divided by resistance value, that is 1 milliampere. So 1 milliampere current is flowing through this collector current. Given as beta is equal to 150, we know the formula between two current gains in transistor. Beta is equal to alpha divided by 1 minus alpha. So beta is 150, alpha divided by 1 minus alpha. So alpha value is 0.9933. Again, we know the current gain formula. Formula is IC by IE. From this, we calculate IE is equal to IC over alpha. IC we calculate as 1. Alpha we calculated as 0.99. When we substitute, this answer is 1.006, that is approximated into 1. So therefore this IE is equal to 1 milliampere. This is milliampere, 1 milliampere. So therefore voltage drop across this emitter resistance is IE into IE, that is 1 milliampere into 1.4 kilo ohms, that is equal to 1.4 volt. So this resistor having the drop of 1.5 volt. Now here the question is, what is the output voltage of the amp? What is this voltage of the amp? So this voltage is nothing but drop in this resistor plus VB. So the drop in this resistor is 1.4 volt, and the VB is given as 0.6. Sorry, VB is given as 0.6. VB is given as 0.6. So combined together, we got the answer is 2 volt. Among the given choices, V is equal to 2 volt. So this is the answer. The circuit shown in figure 2 guess what type of filter it is. So this is a given diagram. So this given diagram is a redrawn in S domain circuit. That in S domain circuit, capacitor is replaced by 1 by Cs. So S domain meaning that Laplace domain. So remaining resistor no change, and the input voltage is V1 of S and the output voltage is V0 of S. So since this plus terminal, that is a non-inverting terminal, is grounded, this inverting terminal also grounded, virtually grounded. So therefore whatever so here is I of S is the current flow. This entire I of S is flowing through this resistor R2. So both the currents are same. So this I of S can be written as potential difference V1 minus 0 over this impedance value is equal to here 0 minus V0 divided by R2. So both the currents are same. So from this we can write a output by input. From this, after simplifying this equation, V0 by Vin is equal to this answer. So this V0 by Vi we can call as H of S, transfer function of this filter, is equal to minus R2 over R1 plus 1 by Cs. So to replace S is equal to j omega, to study what type of filter it is, replace S by j omega. Then you take the magnitude of this filter, that is R2, this is R1 square divided plus 1 by omega c square. This is the magnitude of the filter. Now once again we have taken this magnitude of the filter is R2 over square root of R1 square plus 1 by omega square c square. Now when we substitute omega is equal to 0, 1 by 0 is infinity. So this entire value is infinity. Anything by infinity value is 0. That is omega is equal to 0. The magnitude is 0. When omega is equal to 0, the magnitude is 0. So when omega value increases, the magnitude also gradually increases. When omega is equal to infinity, so 1 by infinity 0. This entire term is 0. So therefore R2 by R1. So magnitude is R2 by R1. When omega value is infinity, the magnitude is R2 by R1. So from the diagram, it is observed that it will suppress the lower frequency and allow the higher frequency. allow the higher frequency. So this is called a high pass filter. This is called high pass filter. Now the next one is, we need to understand what is 3 dB frequency. So 3 dB frequency, it is a frequency at which the magnitude of the filter is 1 by root 2 times of maximum frequency. So the magnitude is, it is a frequency at which the magnitude is 1 by root 2 times the maximum value, not frequency, it is maximum value. So that is 1 by root 2 times the maximum value. So we know magnitude of h of omega is this. We need to find what is the frequency omega. That frequency is called a 3 dB frequency. What is 3 dB frequency? Is the magnitude is 1 by root 2 times the maximum value. So here, just to simplify this equation, R2 cancel. This is square root 2 R1 brought to left side, and this term to right side, and square on both sides. This term square on both sides, and R1 square. So from this, omega is equal to 1 over R1C. So it is observed, it is previously we concluded that it is a high pass filter with a cutoff frequency, with the 3 dB frequencies 1 over R1C. So the choices are high pass filter with a cutoff 3 dB frequencies 1 by R1. So this is the answer. In the circuit shown below, implements the filter between input current and output voltage. Assume that it is an ideal op-amp. The filter is implemented as the 4 choices. We have to select the correct one. So this diagram again we redrawn like this. The current through the resistor is IR. The current through this inductor is IL. So which will be compared at this point, resulting the current I. Now since this non-inverting terminal is grounded, this inverting terminal is also grounded. Now at this junction, I is equal to sum of resistor current and inductor current. So this resistor current again we can write as V0. So this terminal we have the voltage is V0. So V0 by R. Inductor current formula is integral of voltage. So this is inductor current. Now you take Laplace transform on both sides. So I1 we can write I1 of S Laplace transform. This is V0 of S. Integration Laplace is 1 over S, 1 by S. So here the function is V0 of S divided by Ls. So integration Laplace is 1 by S. So combine taking V0 S, and we brought here, that is output V0 by I1. Output V0 by I1 is equal to, this is the function. So to find here you replace S is equal to j omega to find what type of filter it is. So this h of j omega is equal to, replace S by j omega, then find the magnitude of this filter. Is, so this is, for the numerator we have magnitude is omega R1L, and the denominator square root of R1 square plus omega square L square. So this is magnitude of the filter. Now here in this equation, when you substitute omega value is less, that is equal to, when you substitute omega value is 0, the magnitude is 0. So for omega value is 0, the magnitude is 0. When omega values increases in this equation, the magnitude also gradually increases. When omega value increases, the magnitude also gradually increases. At one point it will become stable. So this graph is resembles like the normal high pass filter, ideal high pass filter, which will reject the lower frequency, only pass the higher frequency. So here this will reject the lower frequency and it will allow only the higher frequency. So among the given choices, among the 4 choices, it is given as high pass filter. Consider the following circuit with the ideal op amp. The IV characteristics of the diode is described by the equation, this equation, and where this VT is 25 millivolt and I0 is 1 microampere, and this V is the voltage across the diode. Now for an input of -1, what will be the output voltage? So this is a question. Now this circuit diagram once again we redrawn like this. Since this plus terminal, that is a non-inverting terminal, is grounded, this inverting terminal is also grounded. So therefore the current flow from this area is, this part of the circuit is, so here we have the 0 volt and applied voltage is -1. So the current flow is I is equal to 0 minus potential difference, 0 minus of -1 divided by resistor value is 100 kilo ohm, that is equal to 1 over 100 10 power 3 ampere. Now this current is also flow from this circuit, this diode. So again this diode current is given in the problem is I is equal to I0 e power. So this current and this current both are same. So this current we calculated as 1 divided by 100 into 10 power 3. But the diode current is this. So both the currents are same. So therefore I0 is equal to I0 e power V over Vt minus 1 is equal to 1 over 100 10 power 3. So I0 is given as 1 into 10 power minus 6. And Vt is given as 25 into millivolt, 25 into 10 power minus 3. So when we simplify this, so in the denominator, in the inside the bracket we have e power 40 volt minus 1, 10. So e power 40 volt is equal to 11. So taking natural log on both sides, and simplify, we got the voltage as approximately 0.06 volt. So this voltage is nothing but voltage across the diode. Voltage across the diode is 0.06 volt. Again back to the circuit diagram. So this area, once that is a diode resistor, and here we have the output voltage, and this side we have the zero potential. So that area alone we redrawn like this. That is on diode, resistor, and output voltage, zero potential. So diode voltage we have calculated as 0.6 volt, 0.06 volt, and the resistor is 4 kilo ohm. The output voltage is nothing but the drop in this resistor and this voltage. So the drop in resistor already we have calculated as the current value is 1 divided by 100 into 10 power 3. So the current value is 1 divided by 100 into 10 power 3 cross resistor value is 4 into 10 power 3, and this drop in diode voltage is 0.06. So when we simplify this, we get the answer is the output voltage is 0.1 volt. So the answer is this. This is the answer.